pregame coverage from Game 5 in Houston. Look at Game 4, the fourth quarter, and the superstars, right? Durant struggled. Curry struggled after another great third quarter. Chris Paul really stepped up, as we talked about last segment with Tony and Griff. But let's go back out live to Houston, where NBA champion with the Rockets and now television analyst for Houston is Matt Bullard. Matt, thanks for joining us here. That fourth quarter was very telling. You know, it was what you guys have been talking about all year coming out of Houston. Yeah, there's going to be the offense, but you can play some defense as well, and Chris Paul led the way.
Yeah, and I think that's the big key for the Rockets in this series is playing their kind of defense. In the games that the Rockets have won in this series, their defense has been very good, very aggressive. The switching has been strong. In the games that the Rockets lost, their defense was not as good, maybe 75% effort. So I think that's really the key here tonight is the Rockets playing that strong switching defense, just like they did in the fourth quarter, holding the Warriors to just 12 points in the fourth quarter. And you see the 92 points allowed there. That's excellent defense against a great offensive team. Now, both the Rockets and the Warriors play very similar on the defensive end. They switch everything. So that is why this series is so exciting to watch, because both teams have a very similar style on the defensive end.
Well, many wondered coming into Game 4, Matt, if Mike D'Antoni would extend his bench, maybe include the likes of a Joe Johnson. But instead, he shocked us all. Not only did Joe Johnson not play, Luc Mbah a Moute didn't play. Do you expect Coach D'Antoni to stick with that shortened rotation?
Yeah, I expect him to have a short rotation. Now, when you're in a seven-game series where it's down to the last 3 games, you're going to have your guys given everything that they have on the floor. And unfortunately for Luc Mbah a Moute, he hasn't been effective on the offensive end because of his injured right shoulder. If he were able to play, he would really help the Rockets on the defensive end. But he hasn't been effective on the offensive end, so Mike D'Antoni has shortened his rotation, and the guys like P.J. Tucker and Trevor Ariza, they know they're going to play heavy minutes tonight.
Matt, you've had a chance to watch this team for a number of years. What's so different about this team in the playoff run with them trying to get to the finals?
Well, I think the addition of Chris Paul really helps this team. Now, remember last year James Harden was carrying the Rockets every single game, and towards the end of the season, in the final game of the playoffs, he ran out of energy. So I think having Chris Paul being able to share the responsibilities to lead this team really helps the Rockets. They're able to go one-on-one. And then when they get tired, then it's James's turn. And then when James gets tired, it goes back to Chris's turn. So Mike D'Antoni has done a really good job of helping those two guys play together when they're on the floor. But when they are separated, when one of them's taking a rest, that means that they can take over. And I think Chris Paul's leadership and his toughness has really made this Rockets team better.
Matt, as the entire country is well aware, there was another horrific school shooting not too far from where you guys are in Houston. And tonight, Santa Fe High School is going to be honored and those lives lost remembered.
Yeah, it's kind of a bittersweet night here in Houston. Everybody's excited about the Rockets game, but everybody knows that the town of Santa Fe has had a terrible tragedy. And the town of Santa Fe is in Galveston County. That's where Rockets' new owner, Tillman Fertitta, is from. He has a lot of relatives who went to Santa Fe High School. So tonight, 325 seniors will be here at the game as a guest of Tillman Fertitta. All the administrators and principals and first responders will be here as well tonight. So there's going to be quite a ceremony before the game to honor those who lost their lives. And, of course, everyone has a heavy heart here around Houston.
Yeah, and so many of the Rockets players have done great charity work in the community already with Santa Fe. And we appreciate you letting us know what's going to happen there. Certainly, I'm sure the guys on TNT will dip into it and let us know what goes down tonight. Matt, thanks so much for joining us.
Always good talking to you guys.
All right, there he is, NBA